Shout out to everybody that's already tuned in. You know, a lot of times when people hear shrooms, they automatically think, these druggies and these hippies but actually, have you done your research on psilocybin? Because if you haven't, then Shroom Talk is a good time to come to the couch, because you might learn something that you didn't know. But before we go on, let's give a moment of silence for the ones who didn't get a chance to make it here with us today for whatever reason. Let's give this moment to them. Coming up on the couch today, of course, is prison. Excuse me. Is Shroom Talk. Tomorrow is Fuck Fentanyl. And the first week of June is Prison Jail Felon Talk. So that's why I was about to say it, because I was so excited to say it already. Yeah. Prison Jail Felon Talk, the first week of June. June, we got a bunch of different subjects that we speak on every month, and then some of them we speak on every other month. So Shroom Talk, you won't catch it next month, but you'll catch it the month after that. Next month, we got Stop the Violence. I forgot that we changed the name because I was about to say Stop the Gun Violence, but it's Stop the Violence. So next month we're going to be doing Stop the Violence, Fuck Fentanyl, Prison Jail Felon Talk, Menopause Surgeries, and more. Oh no, we did Menopause Surgeries and more this month. That's going to be next month, in July. 211 is not enough. Like, we got a bunch of different stuff that we're going to be talking about. Also, exclusives. If you guys have subscribed to the channel, you have to make sure that you subscribe to the channel in order to get the exclusive news. So we got an article that came out 2 months ago on the couch, and we have another article that's coming out, not this month coming up, or excuse me, June, the end of June. It's huge. This one is only going to be paper, so it's going to be sent straight to your home. Think about it like the newspaper, like the articles that we used to get back in the day, when they used to be thrown on our front step. We going back to them times. Now, first of all, before we get into this, anything that I tell you, always make sure that you consult with your own doctor. Don't just go out like, yo, I was listening to the couch and they told me to try this strain for ADHD or for whatever, and I'm going to try it. And then you end up having a bad trip. One, I really truly believe that the only way that you can genuinely have a bad trip is if you take other things with your trip. If you decide, hey, I'm going to take some psilocybin. Okay. Make sure that you decide to take it on its own. That way, if something happens, you can't be like, oh, well, it was the psilocybin. No, it wasn't. Especially if you was drinking, or especially if you was doing meth, or especially if you was doing this and this and that. If you're going to do psilocybin, if that's a choice that you choose to make, do it on its own. Period. I urge you to do it on its own. Anything other than that, you possibly could have a bad trip. It's a possibility, but that is up to you. You are the reason that you have a bad trip. Like, okay, for instance, it's not per se when it comes to psilocybin to make sure that your environment is amazing, like, you're not in a bad mood. Now, there are people that say that they take psilocybin in a bad mood and it keeps their bad mood. Well, let me tell you this. That part really genuinely doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you in a good mood or in a bad mood. It doesn't matter if somebody around you or if they not around you. If you choose to have people around you and they not on shrooms, you better believe that you going to be laughing about something and they not, and it's going to irritate you. So that's probably where a bad trip can come in, is whenever the people around you aren't doing it. They just want to look at you or document you or get the fuck on. Anyways, again, always consult with your doctor. If you're looking for a good holistic doctor, Dr. Pepper Hernandez has actually been on the couch about 3 years ago. She's amazing. She's very knowledgeable about a lot of different things, and she's not the only holistic doctor. If you're looking for a holistic doctor, I would say start there. She can also point you into, or or if you have insurance. A lot of holistic doctors don't take insurance, but maybe some might. All you have to do is really look up in your area. Oklahoma, you might not find too many holistic doctors that want to help you, or that will even deal with you. Now, you might find some holistic doctors that will be real with you, but you want a holistic doctor that's going to keep it all the way real with you, because you don't want to be withheld from something just because of their beliefs. You want the best holistic treatment if that's what you're going for. Also, these are some of the countries that they are fully legal or tolerated. Of course, you're not going to find America where it is fully legal or tolerated, only in certain states, and we'll discuss that in a second. Jamaica is fully legal, and it's a major hub for wellness and nature-based situations. So I'm the type of person that I'm going to look into different countries, different places, different environments that's going to accept what I'm looking for. So Jamaica will be one of them. Although I'm not from Jamaica, okay, I will go to Jamaica because they also have some really good retreats. Retreat Guru, if you're looking for a good psilocybin retreat, some of them last 3 days, some of them last 6 days, some of them last a month. And they are pretty pricey, but it's something that if that's what you're into, the price doesn't matter, because they don't just teach you, hey, take this psilocybin right now. No, they teach you how to take it, how much to take. They walk you through the journey. They walk you through it's a journey. It's a spiritual journey. And sometimes when you go through a spiritual journey, you need a spiritual guide. And a lot of these retreats, they are that spiritual guide for you. So if you're a first timer and you're like, hey, I kind of want to learn about it and try it at the same time, a retreat would be the best thing for you. Grand Rising. Also, the Netherlands, technically, it's legal. So it's legal for like retreat and therapy. So technically, it's kind of legal in the Netherlands. Brazil and the Bahamas, it's not a scheduled control substance. Brazil creates like a gray area because it's spiritual and therapeutic. And if you're doing something and you're saying, hey, I'm doing this for spiritual, beliefs and they can't say, hey, she's lying. If it's your spiritual belief to take mushrooms, go for it. So that's why there's a gray area in there. Bahamas, they have no federal ban, so you're pretty good. Now, I will say this. I always hear a lot of people telling me, hey, have you tried those shroom candies? I know you like shrooms, Janelle. You ain't never had them candies. I will be the very first to tell you. And if you've never tuned into any of the Shroom Talks on the couch, baby, let me get closer. Come here. Don't take those shroom candies. Don't do it at all because, number one, what's in them? You don't even know. There's no psilocybin that has been even tested to be in any of these candies, but it's called magic mushroom candy, right? Then where are the magic mushrooms? The only candy that you can genuinely trust when it comes to psilocybin is the ones that you make yourself. Now, I will tell you this. You cannot just make a shroom candy and think that, oh, yeah, this is going to be perfect. No, because there's ways to do it. Because if you put too much heat on your shroom, you could take everything out of it, the whole psilocybin out of it, everything out of it. Everything, the benefits that you were looking for, you can kill it just by how you make your candy. You have to make it the right way. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It's just going to be you're eating gummy ass, chewy ass mushrooms, and it's not doing nothing to you. If you want to get the full effect, make sure that you store your shrooms the right way. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I got some shrooms, and put them on top of your dresser, and then you're going to take them whenever you're ready. No, you have to put them in a dark place. Store them in a dark place. I'm not saying store them in your freezer, because I can't even tell you guys how many times people have hit me up like, yeah, girl, I got this in my freezer. Why do you have mushrooms in your freezer? Do you put regular mushrooms in your freezer? If you don't put regular mushrooms in your freezer, don't put magic mushrooms in your freezer. It's not going to keep it any longer. It's not going to make it not mold. It's not going to make it any better. It's not going to, matter of fact, it might even fucking ruin it. So I wouldn't even put it in the freezer. Don't freeze it. It's not a good idea. If you want the best way to take a magic mushroom, for me, what I say is, if you don't like the taste, get maybe your favorite fruit or your favorite snack and eat it with it. Don't put it in the microwave. Don't heat it up. Don't add heat to it. You put it on top of whatever you're going to eat, and then you eat it. Now, if you want to just take it without any food or anything, you like, I'm a G. I like mushrooms anyway. I'm just going to take this mushroom. Then you just grab that motherfucker out the bag and you crunch it down and you eat it. Okay? Now, there are different magic mushrooms that are good for different things. Jack Frost, Penis Envy. These are two strains that are definitely good for ADHD. Now, I'm not saying if you have a child and your child has ADHD to take them off their medication and give them psilocybin. I'm not saying that. But I will say this. Look into getting your child a holistic doctor if you don't want to keep them on these medications forever. Psilocybin is literally breaking through in the medical field for so long that they've been hiding it. Like, of course, they're not going to make it legal for you guys to get the help that you need, because it's winging people off drugs. It's helping people with depression. It's helping people with anxiety. It's helping people so many ways. Cancer patients, lupus patients. It's helping so many people. It has so many different benefits. And did you know that psilocybin is actually the safest recreational drug that there is, that's out there? Believe it if you want to. You don't have to. Do your own research. But you know how many toxins go into you when you smoking? Even whenever you light up, this is toxic. Didn't we? That pool, that's toxic. Whatever we're wrapping it in, it's toxic. Way more toxic and way more unsafe than magic mushrooms. Again, I'm not telling you to go grab some magic mushrooms right now today. I'm telling you, do your own research, especially if you're having, any type of issue that you feel like it can help you with. Some of the ones that I just mentioned, you can get some relief and some help. Especially, I'm a lupus patient. I get way more relief through psilocybin than any medication that they have prescribed me for lupus. Period. 1,000% recommend. 1,000%. If you have been diagnosed with ADHD, any type of mental disorder, bipolarism, schizophrenia, again, always consult with your doctor first, period. If you need to get a special doctor that may be leaning more towards psilocybin, that is a holistic doctor. Just like anytime you hurt yourself, whether it's your shoulder, your back, your neck, your this, each of these doctors are different doctors. It's not the same doctor. You're not going to go to a rheumatologist for your OBGYN pap smear. No. You're going to go to your OBGYN for their pap smear. You're not going to go to the rheumatologist. You're going to go to the rheumatologist for your lupus. So it's the same with, if you want psilocybin, or to even think about a psilocybin treatment, that's going to be mainly your holistic doctors. Regular doctors, their first thing isn't going to be to treat you naturally. Their first thing is going to be to treat you medication, whatever we got that can cost you more, whatever we got that can run your bill up a little bit more higher. That's what they're more focused on, because with all the benefits that they're learning about psilocybin, why wouldn't each state be racing to have this as a medication that can even come out of the pharmacy. Instead, we have to go on a retreat in a different country or go to a different state that may be legalized or decriminalized. Arizona being one of them. Sometimes we may have to do that, but who wants to do that? If you live in the state of Oklahoma, don't you want to just go right up the street to the doctor and not have to make a trip and then take time off of work and then all of this and this and that? No, you want to be in the same state getting the treatment that you feel like you deserve and that you need. They just had a thing where they said Trump banned bees because they found out that the venom in bees is curing cancer. You see how they want to take the things away from us that actually help us and it's natural? We ain't got to pay to see a bee. We can go see a motherfucking bee right outside. And if we have cancer, boom, sting me. Let me get some of your venom. And I'm getting a little bit of a cure. Will they see the benefits, I'm talking about major benefits from psilocybin, yet they're not racing to make it legal. They're not racing to decriminalize it everywhere. They're not racing to make sure that we have access to it. They're actually acting as if it's irrelevant. How did y'all decriminalize marijuana and make marijuana more legal than psilocybin? And psilocybin has way more benefits than, I'm not saying take away weed. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that just as much benefits as marijuana has, psilocybin may have a little bit more. So why isn't each state decriminalizing it? Why do we have to go out of country to a retreat to get the treatment that we need? And then when we find out that this treatment is actually successful and it actually works for us and it's actually helping us, then what? Do we go to our doctor like, hey, I went out of country and we went to this retreat and I found that I was getting better results with psilocybin. Is there a way that you can get me into a treatment center, our research center, whatever you need to do? Doctor looking at you like you crazy. What you mean? You went to a psilocybin retreat. Now they going back and trying to check and see what medications they gave you because now they thinking that all you want to do is get high. Sometimes when we come to our doctors with the things that we know will help us, the things that we've experienced in our treatment that actually helped us, they look at us like we crazy. They look at us like we want to get high. They look at us like we just want drugs when we know our body and when we know what works. I know psilocybin works. So yes, I'm going to ask my doctor, hey, is there a way that we can get me into a psilocybin treatment or a research center? Yes, they're going to look at me like I'm crazy because I know what works for my body. I know what helps. And it's true and it's genuine. I know that medication that you gave me got too many side effects and this psilocybin has little to none. Yeah, I might see a couple unicorns, but so what? I'd rather that than to have my liver fucking failing tomorrow. Like, what we gonna do? Canada, while the feds, first of all, it's illegal federally. But if you're a patient and your doctor has prescribed you psilocybin in Canada, you're good to go. Spain and Portugal, both countries have decriminalized the personal possession and use. Come on now. Spain, Portugal, here we come. Like, what? I want to be in a state. I want to be in a country. I want to be in a place that wants to make sure that I am at the healthiest version of me possible. And sometimes that might mean that you got to leave where you comfortable at. If you so comfortable living in New York, up the street from the Bronx Lebanon Hospital, cool. Live there for the rest of your life. But if you want to make sure that you have a long-lasting, better life, sometimes you have to move out. Sometimes you got to do what you have to do to get the help that you need. And that may mean leaving the nest. And the nest might be Texas. The nest might be Oklahoma, Missouri. Get the fuck on. Go to where you can get the help that you need, because don't we want to be the best healthy versions of ourselves? I'm talking about clean from drugs. I'm talking about clean from anxiety. Anxiety. You get rid of anxiety, that means there ain't no more fucking overstimulation. Remember we just talked about overstimulated yesterday? If your anxiety is gone, guess what? There's no more overstimulation. Help me get rid of my anxiety, my trauma. Well, my trauma will never go anywhere. But if it's more manageable and easier with psilocybin, then run it. I would love to try it. I would love to keep continuing to take this, because no one wants to keep reliving the trauma. But if there's a way that we can ease it, let's do it. America makes it hard, huh? They don't want us to be healthy, so they feed us bullshit. They don't want us to be better, so they make sure that they got plenty of doctors. Right? But where's the cure? Where's the fucking cure? Again, it's treatment for addiction, managing PTSD, OCD, ADHD. Like, so many benefits that you can get from psilocybin. So many. Why isn't it being talked about more often? I'm telling you, ever since I found out the benefits of psilocybin and ever since I started taking it, I'm always talking about it. That's why I said we got to do Shroom Talk. I don't give a fuck how anybody feel. You have to know about it, because there are so many benefits of it. And people are steady saying, oh, nah, my friend said, did your friend even take it before? No, friend never even take it. Friend just heard whatever they heard, and then now they saying whatever they want to say. But friend didn't realize that if friend actually took it, that anxiety and depression that she's always facing, she wouldn't be going through that right now. It would be easing it. She would be talking about how it eased her troubles in her mind and her racing mind. She would be talking about that, not telling you, oh yeah, I see walking butterflies and dancing acorns and chronic pain. It's so many of us in America, especially, that deal with chronic pain, and we can't just go to the doctor and be like, I need Oxycontin, I need Roxy. Nobody wants to keep getting no Oxys and Roxys any fucking way. Just like you don't want us to be addicted, we don't want to be addicted either. But we also don't want to be in fucking pain. Did you know the benefits of psilocybin with chronic pain? Did you know that there are no side effects like Dilaudid or like Oxycontins or Roxys, or there's not the same side effects, but extreme benefit that you'll get from it. Chronic pain ease, but I believe that if you wanted to work for your chronic pain, that you have to catch the chronic pain. Just like you catch cancer early, you got to catch the chronic pain early, because just like with chronic pain, it can get to the point where it's to no return. It can be so bad that nothing helps. So don't wait until your pain gets that bad to try to see if your doctor can try you on psilocybin. You said because they don't want us to have the cure, they want us to have their medicine so they can make their money. Exactly, Lex. That's exactly what they want. They don't want us to cure ourselves or even have the cure. They want to scare you into believing that psilocybin, magic mushrooms, are going to take you to a whole nother world, or you're going to end up like Soul Plane. And they want you to believe that. But they aren't even telling you to even explore the possibilities, the endless possibilities of the medical side of it. There are so many breakthroughs that have already happened, but are being overlooked because of the name of the magic mushrooms, because of the reputation from the hippie days. Imagine having depression so severely and that nothing helps. Or imagine me. Imagine having lupus pain so bad sometimes that nothing helps. And then imagine one day I just take a little bite of a magic mushroom. And now when my shoulders was like this, it's now coming down like this. And now I'm starting to loosen up. Imagine that. It's there. You ain't got to imagine because it's really there. It increases your cognitive flexibility. You know how many of us, if you don't use it, you lose it, right? It increases your cognitive. People are taking medication for this, like actual pills over the counter every day, when all you got to do is microdose, and then you earn some brain cells back. Your cognitive comes back. You're feeling smarter because you are. Okay. That kind of sounded wrong, didn't it? Like, take a shroom, I'm getting smart. No. No, that's not what I mean. It increases your cognitive flexibility. Let's just say that. And I will say this. If you had no idea how far your mind can reach, yeah. Before we head out, I'm going to give you the top 5 magic mushrooms for mental clarity. So if you are one of those ones that's like, you know what, I think I am going to try. If you're looking for something specific like mental clarity, literal mental clarity, these are your top 5 ones. Golden teachers, of course. Golden teachers are going to be your number one that you'll always find somebody selling, or having. Golden teachers, or penis envy, of course. Penis envy is very, very popular. But if it's not the real one, if it don't look like a real fucking huge dick, it's not the real one. Okay? But golden teachers, if you want mental clarity, golden teachers. B+ strain, any B+ strain for real, to be honest. That's going to give you mental clarity. Blue meanies, amazing. Oh my gosh. Blue meanies, mental clarity out this ass. And my very, very favorite, I'm talking about top of the list, my favorite, Trans-Ski. Trans-Ski, when I tell you, it's going to be such a smooth ride. You're almost going to be like, yo, like, I need to do that one more time. If you are looking for an amazing mental clarity, I'm talking about so clear that you can be like, and look at yourself doing it, Trans-Ski. Oh, and it's level 4. So, yeah. And albinos, A+, of course. Almost any type of albino is going to give you mental clarity, but albino Averys, albino meanies, they got albino meanies, but albino A+ specifically, mental clarity. Now, not saying that any of the other strains aren't good, but if you're looking for mental clarity at a level to the 3rd power, those are the ones. Trans-Ski being my number 1. Golden teachers is okay. Blue meanies, they all right. But if you really, really, really want that mental clarity, Trans-Ski, I swear, Trans-Ski. Well, that's all we got for today. If you're just now tuning in, it's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I will be live again tomorrow morning. Yes, I've been going live early because, thunder up. Stop playing with us. We're going to be whooping that ass tonight. Yes, we are. So, I had to go live a little early. If y'all just now tuning in, it's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 8 Central Time, and every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Make sure that you follow Couch Chronicles No Limits on Spotify, Apple, Pandora, THA Couch on Facebook, TikTok, big old Twitch, fan base, favorite it, likey, thread, lemonade. Did I already say that? Follow it. Also, THA Real JANELL on all of social media. That's actually my main everything. It's also on YouTube. Follow, subscribe. And if you would like to be a guest on the couch, you can always tap in. DM me. Let's see what you got to talk about. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I love you guys. Thunder up. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning.